What's up, y'all? Kashi here. Today I want to show y'all something pretty sick that I found on my dad's car. So my father recently bought this 2010 Honda Civic LX-S. Now it isn't a sports car. It's a front-wheel drive four-door sedan, for crying out loud, and only makes 140 horsepower. However, I really like the car. It has VTEC, accelerates pretty well, and has a 5-speed manual transmission. But what I want to show y'all lies in the engine bay. This Civic comes with Honda's R18A motor, a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine. So when I say naturally aspirated, that means that it doesn't use turbos or superchargers. It uses an air intake system similar to the one that I described in the first episode of Ignition and Beyond. It's hard to see, but underneath this plastic cover is your intake manifold and throttle body. So in the Honda Civic LX-S, we should have a black pipe feeding the throttle body with the airbox located somewhere around here. But instead, we have this shiny silver pipe that continues all the way down there. So what does this mean? Well, this is not the stock air intake. I'm almost certain that this is a performance air intake installed by the previous owner of this car. So how do we know if this is a cold air or a short ram intake? Well, remember, a short ram intake uses a shorter, less restrictive pipe to allow for better airflow, and a colder intake relocates your air filter away from your engine. So this is probably a colder intake because, as you can see, it's relocating your filter all the way down there, away from your engine, where it can get cooler, denser air and make more horsepower. So as a car enthusiast myself, I think it's pretty dope that the car we bought coincidentally had a cold air intake installed. But what if you don't want a fast modified car like me? What if you just want a reliable daily driver to get you from point A to point B? Well, my advice is pretty simple. Before buying a used car, find some pictures online of the exterior, interior, and the engine bay. Then when you go to check out the car that you're interested in buying, compare them and see if anything stands out. Some immediate red flags would be any performance parts lurking around in the engine bay, a roll cage, burnt exhaust tips, custom paint jobs and liveries, aftermarket steering wheels and seats, large custom spoilers, high amounts of negative camber, which is when your wheels tilt outwards, wide body kits, smoked lights, underglow, deep dish mesh wheels, big brake kits, a drop in ride height, and loud exhaust sounds, unless of course you're buying a sports car. In some cases, it's obvious if you're looking at a modified car, but in other cases, like with the Civic, it isn't. So don't be afraid to do your research and take a peek around. But of course, if you're like me, then you want a fast modified car. Alright, bet. So that concludes this episode. If I made any mistakes in any of my information, or I left out something important, feel free to drop a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see y'all next time.